Hi guys, this is Slider with the M Cluster. As we all know, recently San Diego Comic-Con occurred in California. We were pretty bummed out that we weren't able to attend, it's all the way on the other side of the country. But lucky for us, a local comic book shop, Famous Faces and Funnies, decided to have their Not-At-ComicCon event, and we were privileged to attend that. So let's check it out.
Hello, it's Tom here with the M Cluster at Famous Faces and Funnies. I'm here with Rick, the owner. How you doing, Rick?
Doing good.
Rick, what made you want to be a comic book owner?
It's something that I've done forever. I've been working in comic stores for 23 years now, and I've worked for Famous Faces and Funnies since 1994. And March 2006, I bought the store out from the previous owner. It was just something I love. I have such a passion for comics and graphic novels and toys and stuff. And just lucky enough to do for a living what I really, really enjoy.
That's good. And we're here at Not-At-ComicCon, event hosted by Rick. And the event is going really well. How do you feel about it?
It's been a great turnout. We've had a fantastic amount of people. I think it's the high peak today. We had 128 people in the store at once, which they break some fire codes, but yeah, we did pretty well. We had a great turnout of two great days of fun. We had a lot of free stuff, posters and pins and buttons and free sketches from artists. We had all sorts of free comics and 23 comics per person, all sorts of stuff. So we just love doing what we can to kind of get people interested in comics, especially kids, get them excited about reading, and kids come in and go, oh man, this is pretty awesome, and parents were happy with that too, so it works out great.
That's amazing. And this location, you just moved to it. What made you want to change locations?
We were pretty happy with the location overall in this plaza. We're in the Metro West Plaza on the corner of Wickham and New Haven, but overall, we kind of were outgrowing our 2,600 square foot store. So this store is 5,300 square feet. It's more than double the size, and it gives us a lot more room to kind of spread out and not be quite so claustrophobic where we were before, where we really were almost running out of room. And it's worked out great so far. We've also added Get Your Fun On, which is the gaming side that we're storing on Pandey, and they were happy where they were, but it just worked out adding it together. We don't know much about games, and knowing someone that does and knows their stuff kind of does business the same way. It's worked out great.
That's good. That's good. One thing that got me excited is that the new Walking Dead 100 issue just came out.
Right.
And Walking Dead, AMC, I followed the show, and I knew very little about the comics. Can you tell me more about the comics?
Yeah, the Walking Dead comics have done an amazing job of just really getting people invested in comics who've never read anything. Everyone assumes comics are all superhero comics, guys with capes beating each other up. Well, there's plenty of that, and some of that stuff is fantastic. It's books like Walking Dead or Why the Last Man that really get people just fiending for more. We have people that have burned through Walking Dead in as little as 2 days, where they bought the first volume or two and come back and said, I need volumes 4 through 16 right now, and burn through 100 issues in a short time. So it's, Walking Dead, the TV show is a giant hit with 9 million viewers a week, biggest basic cable history, regular programming ever. And from there, it's led, the second season 2 ended, people were like, who's the mysterious person in the hood that saved Andrea? And then they raced in and bought the comics. In the last 5 months, it's just been a madhouse of people feeding through Walking Dead. So yeah, it's done a great job of getting people excited about comics, and been a giant hit that's literally helped us more than almost anything else, any other one property.
That's really good. And I just want to get it out there. What's your top 5 favorite superheroes, villains?
Right. Top 5 favorite superheroes or villains. I'm more of a fan of when a hero's done well. There's some of the best Spider-Man stuff ever. I'm right on board, but then there's other stuff. If I don't like what's going on, I'll drop it. So I think if I had to pick one specific hero, Batman, just because, I can name 3 or 4 must-read X-Men stories and 4 or 5 must-read Spider-Man stories. I can name 25 must-read Batman stories. There's more good stories about that character than anything. Even though characters like Superman are timeless and have been around 75 years, there's only 3 or 4 amazing knock-your-socks-off Superman stories versus like Batman. There's just so many cool things you can do with that character in that universe in Gotham City. So I would say Batman. If I had to name 5, Batman, Spider-Man, the X-Men, Superman, the Avengers, or if I picking 5, but more than anything, Batman just has so many great stories about it.
Okay. And what because you don't look like a typical comic book owner, like portrayed by like The Simpsons, things like that. What passion led you to want to do this?
It was just something I started reading comics when I was 8 years old. I picked up G.I. Joe yearbook 2 and just read through it a million times. I still have my copy. It has tape all over it because it's been read literally 50 times. It was falling apart and the staples are out and everything. But it was just something that comics is something I've always enjoyed, and as time's gone on, I've got go from G.I. Joe into X-Men and then into everything from Sin City and Walking Dead and line. And as I've grown up, you know, my taste has matured just like anyone else. So it is superhero comics, which people dive into, but it's books like Walking Dead and stuff like that that really kind of expand the market. And I'm just lucky that every day I get to go, hey, try this. You don't like it, bring it back, money back guarantee. And it's very, very rare. We'll sell 8,000 or 10,000 comics in trades a month. Maybe once a month someone goes, this was okay, it wasn't for me. No problem, bring it back. That's, you know, we're not selling used cars. I can trick you into buying something once. But if you enjoy it, you're going to come back and go, wow, that was so good. What else is good? Oh, here, like this. If you don't like it, bring it back. You know, it really helps people go, you know, pick up new stuff because they're not afraid of being stuck with it if it's done, you know.
Yeah, it takes the fear out of trying something new.
Exactly, yeah, definitely. We want to encourage that, like, enthusiasm for reading comics that we already have, so it works out great.
All right, one last question. If you could be any movie character, you had to live their whole life, which movie character would you be?
That's a rough one. I don't know. I mean, there's something to say for, you know, obviously for Superman or, you know, something like that. Obviously, that's the easy answer for a guy who's a comic book store. Just have all those powers and generally have pretty good experiences. You know, the sight of everyone else from your world dying. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Superman, even though it seems maybe a common answer. I think that would be a pretty safe bet because for the most part, it's a pretty positive story. It would be cool to have all those powers. So I think Superman would be my short answer.
All right, really appreciate your time, and thank you. Again, we're here at Famous Faces and Funnies at 3030 192 West Melbourne.
West New Haven Avenue. That's correct.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's all right. Thank you.
Hi, it's Tyrone here with Dan Cluster here at Famous Faces and Funnies. Here, I'm with Sean. Sean?
Hi.
And you're one of the employees here.
Yeah, I'm one of the managers, assistant manager.
He's the assistant manager here. How do you think the Not-At-ComicCon event is going?
So far, really good. We've seen a lot of people come in, a lot of new people I haven't seen before. I think just because of the new location, they were curious and they were coming in. We've had a lot of people ask about stuff that's going on at Comic-Con. We've given away a lot of free stuff that DC was nice enough to send us. So very good so far.
And you had the Bat Pod here earlier?
Yeah, that was awesome. I was really excited. I was like a 5-year-old kid when that showed up. I was like jumping up for joy, and it was parked in front. Everyone got to take their pictures with it for a couple hours, and those guys were really cool. They're going to be at Cinema World this Thursday for the premiere. Batman's going to show up right on it, so it was really cool. A lot of people were excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too. And right now we're about to do a showing of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, Dark Knight. Every month we do movie night. So this month we decided to do the Dark Knight because Batman comes out next week. So we're doing that. We got a big 16 by 12 foot screen over there, and we're just going to project it on and. We have like 40, 50 people here for it, so it's pretty exciting.
And thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
And happy to be here at Famous Faces and Funny, 3030 West Melbourne,
Yeah.
West New Haven, Melbourne, Florida. West Melbourne, Florida. Thank you. Hi, it's Ty with the Plus here. I'm here with Jerry at Famous Faces and Funnies. How's it going, Jerry?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Now, I understand that you're a veteran customer here.
Yes, sir. I've been here since almost day one.
Really? And how long have you been shopping here?
17 years.
Wow. And how do you feel about the new location?
Oh, I love it. It's huge. It's beautiful. I mean, I cannot believe how far they've come. Basically, like this little area, and now it's like a big arena.
Pretty cool. And you're here with us also at Not-At-ComicCon, and we're about to have a showing of the Dark Knight. How do you feel like the Not-At-ComicCon event has been going?
That is awesome. I cannot believe how comic books have grown throughout the years. Like when I first started reading comic books, kind of dorky persona non grata thing. It's not something you told everybody. But now, I mean, even my mom, she's in her 60s, she'll pick up a comic book or watch a comic book movie, and it's great how everything's grown.
Yeah, me myself, I started with the comic books of G.I. Joe, and I wanted to be a G.I. Joe so bad, and I got to do it. It's awesome. And but You have anything planned in the future? Like, we as the M Cluster are planning to go to Dragon Con in August. Do you have any plans like that? Or?
Go to MegaCon every year. As soon as I can raise up some money, I am going to make it to San Diego Con. That is one of my bucket list things right there. And I'm also big into video games like E3 and stuff like that. So I'm down for all of that.
And thank you for talking with us.
Pleasure.
Hello, I'm Ty here with the M Cluster. We're here with Kendall at Famous Faces and Funnies. Kendall, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing good. And you're a customer here?
Yes.
And how do you like the new location?
I love it. I like how big it is and everything. There's a lot of activity room. We helped them move actually.
That's really cool. And there seems to be a recent trend, like at the rise of the nerd culture. How do you feel about that?
I love it. It's kind of getting normal now, you know, and it's kind of cool to be a nerd.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm personally a big nerd. And what is your favorite comic that you're reading right now?
Right now, Lock and Key.
Lock and Key.
Yeah.
And thank you very much.
Thanks. No problem.
Okay, what's your top 5 superheroes and villains?
Combined or separate?
Combined.
Okay. Superhero would be Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern. That was like the first Green Lantern I ever got into. It was one of the first comic books. Spider-Man is up there. I like Flash, Nightwing, and then it would probably be Duke from X-Force. No one, or X-Static. No one really likes him. He's just an odd character.
What's your top 5 comic book heroes, villains? You know, just top 5. Top 5 characters in the comic world.
Alright, I love the Silver Surfer. I'm a big Superman fan. I also love Batman. Or Spider-Man. What's that for? I'd probably like to say the John Stewart version of Green Lantern.
John Stewart, Green Lantern. And what's your top 5 comic book, characters, supervillains, superheroes, everything?
Can I just pick the whole cast from The Walking Dead? They're pretty awesome. All of them. Why not? They're my top 5.
Beautiful. And thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, and if you could be any movie character, but you had to live their whole life, not just what you saw in the movie, good, bad, everything, which movie character would you be?
There's so many to pick from. I have to say like Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, even though he dies? And,
Technically he dies. The Sarlacc, it says it digests you in 1,000 years. Water digests you quicker than that. You digest in water in what, like 2 years? So I think he escaped.
A character from any movie, so you had to live their whole life, who would you be?
Probably Kate Pride from X-Men. I think she's really awesome. She didn't like having a superpower at first, and she got used to it and everything. She kind of hates it now.
And if you could be any character of any movie, but you had to live their whole life, which character would you be?
Any movie?
Good and bad parts.
Had to be Luke Skywalker. Star Wars was my favorite movie being a kid. So Luke was cool. Boba Fett's one of my favorite characters, but he died. I don't want to die like Boba Fett. It was pretty depressing. So Luke, he was like the ultimate hero. So
and he rebuilds the Jedi too.
He does. He starts that whole thing again, and there's a whole book series that I don't want to get into. But yeah, Luke is the ultimate ultimate hero in cinema.
Come out to Famous Faces and Funnies, 3030 West New Haven Avenue, West Melbourne, Florida, on the corner of Wickham and 192.